I got to tell y'all something today that might rattle your bones a little bit. See, while we sitting over here scrolling through Instagram, complaining about gas prices and praying for Friday, something real major just happened on the other side of the world, quietly, smoothly. No big speeches, no parades, but it shook America to its core. India dropped a technology on the table called UPI, Unified Payments Interface. And listen, they didn't just make an app. They flipped the money game upside down. No credit card fees, no middlemen, no delays. You scan, you pay instantly. From a street vendor to a five-star hotel, boom, done. No fuss, no drama. Meanwhile, in America, we still got folks waiting 3 to 5 business days just to get their own paycheck. I mean, come on now. We out here flexing like we run in the tech world. But India just ran past us like Usain Bolt in church shoes. And ain't nobody talking about it. Now hear me out. This ain't about no country versus country. This is about waking up. This is about realizing that the world is moving fast. Faster than your comfort zone. While you out here wasting hours on TikTok, other people are building systems that change the entire financial future of 1 billion people. That's legacy. That's vision. That's execution. See, you can't win in life if you keep showing up late. UPI didn't happen overnight. That was a plan, a grind, a belief that said, we don't need to wait for America to give us permission. Man, what if you believed in your vision like that? What if you stopped waiting on validation and started executing? We keep thinking success is only in New York or Silicon Valley. But let me tell you, success don't care where you're from. It don't care if you were born in a village or a mansion. Success shows up when you do the work. And India showed up. They changed the game, period. You still think power is who's got the most bombs and buildings. Nah, man, in 2025, power is who controls flow. The flow of money, the flow of data, the flow of trust. And if you ain't in that flow, you already behind. You got a phone in your hand, and that's a tool, not a toy. Don't just use it to laugh. Use it to learn, to lead, to launch. Because while we sleeping, somebody somewhere is building the future. And the future don't wait for folks who keep hit snooze. You want to change your life. Start thinking like the people who build systems, not the people who just use them. Stop playing defense, start running offense. Stop reacting, start creating. Because I promise you this, if UPI can shake the world, then you can shake your world too. But only if you wake up. You're finna meet all of them. Let me break this down for you. See, we've been told all our lives that innovation only happens in big glass buildings in Silicon Valley, where folks ride scooters inside the office and drink $10 lattes. But that's a lie. That's a distraction. Real innovation, true game-changing innovation, can come from anywhere. From dirt roads, from places where the power cuts off twice a day, from folks who don't even have air conditioning. You don't need luxury to create legacy. What you need is vision, urgency, and the guts to execute when nobody's clapping for you. That's exactly what happened with UPI. See, while America was still wrapped up in slow, outdated banking systems with heavy fees and long delays, India was building something lean, something fast, something powerful. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't wait for applause. They just solved a real problem, how to move money instantly, securely, and with zero friction. That ain't just smart, that's revolutionary. And what's crazy is, it didn't come from Wall Street. It didn't come from some billion-dollar VC firm. It came from a place most people overlook. That's what should really wake you up. Because if they can build that, if they can shake the financial systems of the world from halfway across the globe, what's stopping you? You got a dream. You got a laptop. You got Wi-Fi. You got more tools than kings had 100 years ago. But if you keep waiting for the right time or thinking you're too small to matter, you're going to miss your moment. People keep saying, oh, we're behind, or they already got all the power. That's nonsense. Power shifts every single day. It ain't about where you started. It's about how bad you want it. UPI started because somebody looked around and said, there has to be a better way. And then they built it. They didn't complain about what America was doing. They didn't beg for help. They created the future they wanted to see. And let me tell you, that kind of mindset, that don't belong to any one country. That belongs to anyone who's willing to think big, act bold, and keep moving when it's hard. You could be in a small town with no connections, no money. You're fitting to meet all of them, no fancy degrees, and still build something the world can't ignore. It's not about where you are. It's about what you believe is possible. So next time you think greatness only comes from big cities or big names, remember this UPI didn't just challenge America's system. It outperformed it. You're fitting to meet all of them. That's what happens when people stop following and start leading. When they stop dreaming and start doing. You're fitting, everybody's always talking about big dreams. One day I'm going to start that business. One day I'll get serious about my goals. One day I'm going to show the world what I got. But let me tell you something. One day ain't on the calendar. You're fitting to meet all of them. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, one day ain't nowhere in there. You're fitting to meet all of them. That's just another way of saying, I'm scared. Another way of saying, I'm waiting for it to get easier. But it don't get easier. You get stronger. You keep waiting for the perfect time. You think once you save enough money, once you get that degree, once people believe in you, then you'll start. But that ain't how it works. The folks who win in life, they start before they're ready. They move when it's messy. They build while everybody else is busy overthinking it. That's the secret. Not talent, not money, just movement. The truth is, most of y'all already got what you got you got the experience. You even got the drive. What you don't got is the guts to start. And that's the difference maker. Because success don't show up to folks who sit around talking about it. Success shows up to folks who work for it, who show up every day, even when it's quiet. You're fitting to meet all of them, even when nobody's watching, even when it don't feel good. That's where the magic lies, in the action, not the waiting. Look at how UPI did it. They didn't wait for a green light from the global tech giants. They didn't say, well, let's see if the US approves. No, they said, we've got a problem. We've got the brains, and we're going to fix it ourselves. They started. They executed. And now the world is watching. That's what execution does. It makes people stop and pay attention. See, you can't keep living life in draft mode. You write the post, but you never hit publish. You record the video, but you don't upload it. You dream the dream, but you never take the step. It's time to stop living like you got forever. You don't. Every minute you wait, someone else is taking action. Every hour you hesitate, someone else is learning, building, moving. That don't make you less worthy. It just means you got to wake up and move. People think it's fear of failure holding them back, but often it's fear of success. Because success comes with responsibility. It comes with pressure. It comes with folks watching you, counting on you. But let me tell you, you can handle that. You were built for pressure. You were built to rise. You just got to stop waiting and start doing. Nobody's going to hand you your dream wrapped in a bow. You got to go get it today, not tomorrow, not someday, right now. You used to be able to flex power by showing off tanks, tall buildings, stock markets, and warships. But those days, man, they done shifted. In today's world, power ain't about how loud you can talk. It's about how fast you can move. It's about who controls the flow of money, the flow of information, and the flow of trust. And if you're not plugged into that flow, if you don't understand it, you're already playing from behind. Let me break it down like this. Back in the day, you needed a bank. You needed someone to sign off, stamp your paperwork, tell you when and how to move your own money. That system was built on control, on slowing people down. But now, UPI showed the world that speed is the new power. You want to buy something? Tap. You want to send money across town? Swipe. No delay, no minimum. No waiting for business hours. That's real power. That's what makes the world take notice. And it ain't just about money either. It's the mindset behind it. The audacity to believe people shouldn't have to jump through hoops just to function. When you remove the friction, when you give people instant access, you give them dignity. You give them time. You give them power. That's why it shook the system, because it exposed how outdated the old way really is. The same thing applies to you. Power in your own life ain't about how many degrees you got on the wall or how many followers you got on your feed. It's about how fast you can move when an opportunity shows up. It's about your ability to adapt, to respond, to execute without waiting for a committee to tell you it's okay. The person who moves quickest in the right direction wins. Period. Look around. Amazon didn't become a giant by moving slow. Elon Musk didn't build rockets by waiting on somebody else to figure it out first. And India didn't wait for America to bless their financial system. They moved. They said, we see a need and we got the talent, so let's build. That's what you need to do. Build your own flow. Build your own system. Don't just chase trends, set them. Don't wait for permission, create it. And the wild part is speed also builds trust. When you respond fast, when you deliver consistently, people start to believe in you. That's how influence grows. Not by talking big, but by showing up, moving fast, and bringing results. That's why UPI shook the world. It wasn't a louder voice. It was a smarter, faster one. And in this age, that's who leads. The fast, the focused, the fearless. So you got to ask yourself, are you moving like that? Or are you still stuck in systems that ain't built to let you win? Because if you ain't in control of your flow, then somebody else is. You got this little device in your pocket right now. A phone that's smarter than the computers that took men to the moon. But what are you doing with it? Scrolling. Squip it. Watching other people live their dreams while you're sitting on yours like it ain't worth nothing. See, that right there is the problem. We got tools in our hands, but we treat them like toys. You don't just need a breakthrough. You need to wake up and start building. We live in a world where everything's right there in front of you. You can learn any skill, start any business. You're fitting to meet all of them, connect with anybody, anywhere. You ain't got to be rich, famous, or even well connected. You just got to stop playing defense and start running offense. There's too many folks sitting around waiting for life to happen to them instead of get up and making life happen. That phone you hold, it's a key, a gateway, a launch pad. But if all you do is consume, you never create. And if you don't create, you don't grow. Look at UPI. It wasn't created by people who were just chilling, watching what others were doing. No, it was built by folks who saw a gap and said, let's fill it. They didn't wait for Silicon Valley to solve their problems. They looked at what they had, used what was available, and created something the whole world is now watching. They didn't just plug into the system. They rebuilt it. You've got that same power. But you got to use your mind like a weapon, not a sponge. Most people out here, they're living life on autopilot. Same schedule, same habits, same excuses. And they wonder why nothing changes. You want a new life. You got to build it. Nobody's going to do it for you. And don't say you don't know how. YouTube can teach you how to write a book, code an app, start a brand, sell a product, build a team. All the answers are out there. You just got to ask the right questions and then take the right actions. You can't keep sitting around hoping somebody comes to rescue you. You're fitting to meet nobody coming. But here's the good news. You don't need them. You got everything you need right now to start shifting your future. But it starts with stepping away from being a consumer and leaning into being a creator. That's where the power is. That's where the freedom is. You've been blessed with potential, with access, with a window of time. Don't waste it scrolling through other people's wins. Use it to build your own. Whether you're from a small town or a big city, whether you got support or not, it don't matter. If you stay in motion, stay focused, and use the tools you got, not to play the bill, then nobody can stop you. Not luck, not economy, not even the system. So now you know this ain't just about UPI or money or some tech thing happening overseas. This is about you. This is a wake-up call. The world is moving fast and fearless, and you got a choice to make. You either stay stuck scrolling, dreaming, talking, or you rise up, take that idea in your heart, and build something that can't be ignored. Power don't wait. Opportunity don't knock twice. The future belongs to the bold. So stop watching the game. Get in it. Because if they can shake the world, then so can you.